This was the first moment in years where I have now become sympathetic to this idea of student loan forgiveness. I was never sympathetic to this idea. I am sympathetic to it now.
Why are you sympathetic to it, Chamath?
Because I think that we should have fixed this problem a long time ago. We should have not allowed these loans to be underwritten the way that it was for so long, not allowed all of these effective subsidies to pervert the free market's ability to tell people that some of these degrees were not worth their time. We have Palantir today saying that they're not going to hire from college anymore. We cannot allow generation after generation of people to graduate from degrees that they don't quite understand, with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt that they have zero chance of paying off. That is a horrible way to start your life. And we have not done right by these folks. We need the free market to be able to tell somebody, as hard as it may sound to hear, that an art history PhD will cost you $800,000, so that the people that take it have the money or are willing to bear that cost. Meanwhile, if you became an electrician, it would only cost you $40,000 or $50,000, and you could have an incredible life. Or if you go and get a degree in AI or stats or something. My point is that we need to differentially price degrees based on the value and the earnings power that it creates for people.
I love this idea. Student loans and the people giving out to them because everybody should be access or have access to a degree in college made our generation or generations after us dumber. It made us stupid. It's because, oh, I can go to school and enjoy the college life. I can get an art history degree. It does nothing for me. I love Chamath's idea. The loan should be based on what are you studying. So if you're studying a bullshit degree, then you're going to have to pay a lot of money. That's going to dictate what you study, because this is how America can dictate and make sure people are studying what we actually need. We need electricians, plumbers, AI people. These are the things that we need. So if we have the student loan say, look, we'll give you a student loan for your education and it's only going to be $30,000 to be a plumber. It's because we need plumbers. So a person that's like, all right, cool, I'll be a plumber then because my school is cheap. I only got to pay back 30 grand. That's because that's what America needs. But this is why you need the free market. This is why you need the people like Chamath, or people that are data driven and they know what these degrees are going to actually do. When we start having these things, as far as start having these policies from the Democrats saying free education for everybody, get whatever you want, that doesn't help America. That doesn't help the youth. The reason why is because the youth is going to choose the easiest path. But now you're going to choose the cheapest path, but the cheapest path is going to be the best path for you to make money, if that makes sense. Meaning, if I have options, they say, Marcus, you can come to this school. We'll pay for your education. We'll give you a student loan, which you still have to pay back. But if you want to get an art history degree, it's going to cost you $500,000. You have to pay back $500,000 loan. Wow. Or you want to be an electrician or a plumber or a data science, AI person, AI degree, it'll be $40,000, $50,000, and $60,000. I'm going to pick the $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 because that's a cheaper amount to pay back. Why? Because now they've done data and they've seen that the people that get this art history degree don't have jobs. So we're going to negate that and say, if you really want that, either you're going to have to pay us back that loan or we're not even going to give you that loan. See, I feel like you shouldn't even give loans to bullshit degrees. That should be paid for by the parents. So the real degrees should be getting paid for by the government or student loans. Great. I feel like the only fix I would say to his point is let's just give student loans to the real things that we need. And the government and the companies will tell the government, hey, we need plumbers, we need electricians, we need people in AI, we need people in this, and this. We don't need art history teachers. So I love this idea because I feel like the student loans has made the generations dumb. It made them idiotic. It made them think that I can get a BS degree and get a great job. No. Why don't we have kids more into finance and financial analysts, AI, being part of, in data science and real science, to be part of NASA. You got Elon building things. You got Jeff Bezos building things to go to Mars. We need more scientists to learn this. Let's give loans to that. We got to start controlling who we're giving our money out to, because we got to start loaning our money out to people that's going to make a difference. And if you want that BS degree that we feel like is non-essential, we won't even give you a loan on it. We got to start rolling back these requirements for these student loans and start saying there is an education aspect, and we have the factors on which type of degrees that are needed right now in America. And we have the data on soon as you graduate, you will get a job with these degrees. And that means that we'll get our money back faster. It's a great play for somebody that's in loans or doing stuff like that, because now you can control and now you can tell people, get this degree so you can make money. We don't make money is because people are getting art history degrees, data something, blah, 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 social stuff. So stupid. We don't need that. You got to start rewarding people with cheaper options for people that want to work. That's the reason why America is not great. It's going to be great because it's going to push people to work. But yes, analyzing that student loan and say, we're only going to give degrees to we're only going to give loans for people that want degrees that's going to actually work in the real world. So if you want this BS degree and the school's gonna have to charge more than this degree, then what we'll do is your parents have to pay for it. So if your parents want you to get an art history degree, by all means, go ahead and get it. But you won't get a loan on these BS degrees. I love this idea. I really do.
That is a policy level initiative that needs to cascade through America. That cannot happen if the government is not working. So we need to fix that.
Let me build on that. Okay, so look, I just on the narrow loan forgiveness point. So I actually agree that maybe loans should be forgiven if you get a total overhaul of the system. What you don't want
Yes.
to do is acknowledge that all the
Yes.
loans are bad and they need to be written off and then continue making them. And that was the problem with, I think, the Biden loan forgiveness program is he's going to write off trillions of dollars of loans while keep funding the system
Yes.
without any reform. So let's talk about a big reform package where we completely re-underwrite how we do this. And maybe some loan forgiveness can be part of that so that we don't have all these kids graduating who are basically socialists because they're so deeply in debt, they're never going to own capital in the system. By the way, JCal,
Absolutely right. Everything that he said. We have a problem with the Biden administration. What they did was they're trying to do the loan forgiveness. But yes, if you did loan forgiveness, then you acknowledge that all the loans that you guys gave out were bad. So that's why the loan forgiveness would never work, and it just never has worked. You can't really, you got to let that go its course with those bad loans. But this is why I feel for moving forward to restructure and refix this system, we have to have a better system that's going to give out loans to real degrees. At the end of the day, if this money isn't getting paid back because the person's not working in that field, that hurts the government. That causes inflation. That means we don't have any more consumers. We don't have people spending their money. So we have to loan our money out to people that's actually going to make money for the country. So I love this idea by Chamath. It's a great idea. I hope they do it, because the student loans, we should not be loaning out any money for these nonsense degrees. And what that will do is that'll force these colleges to stop offering non-stupid, idiotic degrees for things that don't work. But I'll tell you this. Let's go a little deeper. Why is this generation coming up start leaning more to the Democrats or leaning more to the socialists? It's because they have these BS degrees. They get out to the workforce and they can't get a job. Now they say, oh, poor me, oh my, I'm poor. I can't get a job with my degree. Then you have somebody on the left saying, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. So to stop that attitude of take care of me, we got to stop funding and giving money to things to where they get out of college, they feel like that. Because a person that has an electrician, the person that is a plumber, the person that has a data science degree, the person that has a real science degree, a person that has a real business degree that could actually go out and make money is not going to go asking the government for money. They're not going to have that spirit of, yes, give me everything. It's because they have a job that they can make money. So I definitely like this idea. I definitely like this train of thought because it's true. We have to start funding things where people are going to work. We have to start igniting the youth and the younger generation that working is good. Working is giving you pride, is giving you independence. Don't rely on us or rely on the government to give you. Working hard and being a part of society is great. But this is why I say older people, I'm not old, I'm 39, still young for sure. My age, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, we have to tell the young generation it's cool to put the work in. It's cool to work towards something to a goal. Because if we don't, they will fall into this socialism and thinking that I'm supposed to be given everything because I failed at actually working hard in something to give me something of my own.